Welcome to Search for Signs. My name is Gary Willing. If this information interests you, please press the like and subscribe button and press the bell for notifications. One of the other ways that life is going to change in the very near future for all of us is the masters are going to demonstrate but also teach us how to be creative. Now, through the advent of more leisure time, that will free up a lot of the stress and the strain that's taking a toll not only on our own vitality but our own creativity. And as one of the masters put it, the commercialization is like a monster that has its hand on the throat of humanity, choking out any generous thought or creative notion that it might have already had. Right now, with the removal of the stress and the problem of commercialization, it will free up a lot of our own time, and it will obviously the masters will start to show us how to be more creative. Now, there was a Renaissance 500 or so years ago, or 400 years ago, I guess. I can't remember exactly what the dates were, right? When we're all kind of aware of the European Renaissance, where there was just a lot of culture and architecture and, art, of course, painting and music and things like that, with a lot of really great artists, Rembrandt, Leonardo da Vinci, Mozart, Beethoven, and so forth, right? I mean, it was amazing what was created in that time. Now, the art of today and the music of today pales in comparison to what was created back then even, right? Because it's mainly based on what? Commercialization and making money. Which chokes out any kind of generous thought or creativity that it might have already been, because people are trying to make money with it, right? The powers that be want the art of today to make them money, right? It's all about making money, right? It's not even about the creative process. But in the future, in the very near future, according to the Master Jual Kul, or the Master DK, he said there would be another great renaissance that would take place. And now he actually predicted it around the year 2020. Whether it happens next year or not remains to be seen, but it might be that around that time. I mean, they kind of, when it comes to dates, the masters are more using generality than actual dates, because it depends on the free will of humanity, right? But it could be around, it could be next year, it could be later on this year, it could be, a couple of years or so from now or whatever, I don't know, right? But it's going to happen. And he said the art of the future compared to the art of today is nothing less than like the art of the future being the building of the Sistine Chapel versus a kid playing out in the yard with building blocks. I mean, that was how different it was going to be, and how the gulf between the two, right? And Benjamin Creme's master kind of went more in depth into what the Master DK was talking about when he said that it's really going to be about the creativity of people's lives, that will actually start to create a life for ourselves. Now, it's not just going to be about ourself. Right now when you watch videos on YouTube about creating your own life or being, having a more creative life, it's all about you, right? When in reality, what's going to happen is the masters are going to show us that it's not going to be necessarily about us. It's going to be about how we help serve humanity. And that creativity that allows that to happen will not only enrich the entire planet and brighten the entire planet up, but it will also fulfill and enrich our lives and help us to fulfill the purpose of our own souls. So these masters are going to show us what that is like, and a lot of disciples of the world who, at the level of like a Beethoven or a Mozart or a Shakespeare, the art of the very, very near future will just be astounding what will come about. Like art like we've never seen, right? But how the average person who maybe isn't at the level of a Mozart or a Leonardo da Vinci at this time, right? Their lives and our lives will start to change because of the fact that we have this leisure time and we'll start to learn how to be more creative. And the masters say that there isn't a single person on this planet, no matter how dim the reflection of their own divinity may be at this time, there isn't a single person on this planet that that spark of creativity can't ignite. And how the masters themselves, when they start to demonstrate this and people start to see it and how they can start to use it in their own life, how it's going to totally transform the individual, but also the entire world. So what lies ahead of us for the very near future is, I can't wait to see myself. But it always, and I have to keep going back to this, it always starts with the first step has to be sharing the world's resources. We have to take the excesses from this country and give it to the people in need in the other countries, right? And then whatever excesses that country has to give it to us, because we have to. The future is for all of us. It's not just for some of us and not the others. The only way forward is together. But, and as always, take action. Help SOP save our planet. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in future videos. Have a great day.